as a gamer, I didn't feel very cheated, although
No.
you will always want more no matter how much they give you.
That's just how it works. But they did kind of start the show with, of course, their own series. You had to.
Mm-hmm.
You're not announcing new hardware. You know Nintendo is. How do you compete with that? Start by launching a title that you started on your console, and that is Halo. Halo 4. I've never been a fan of the Halo series. Ever. It's just not my thing. I'm a shooter. I love my GoldenEye. I love my shooters. I love my Battlefield. But it just never sucked me in. I didn't like the arcadey style Halo, which kind of is exactly why I don't like Call of Duty, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this was impressive, John.
Yes, it was. This might be the Halo that finally gets me into the series. And this is all based off what we saw in the keynote. So that's a pretty good statement, just kind of right off the bat. But what I kind of liked about it was, basically, obviously the graphics were pretty well, so you can definitely get excited about that. It's Master Chief who talks, and that's always unnerving to me.
Right.
But I'm sure that once I get into Halo 4, that'll pass by pretty quickly. The story was pretty rich from what they showed us. Basically, you're in a jungle setting, and there's plenty of things that want to kill you, and seemingly some new enemies and some new weapons. The storyline seems to be continuing on well. For those of you, I can't speak to people like me who would be more jumping in now as to whether they would feel lost in the series or not. When I get that chance, I'll let you guys know. And conversely, if you get a chance, let me know, because that's kind of a big deal to me. FPSs aren't usually big on story, but I like a little bit of it. However, I do like to kill people in video games, so that's a lot of fun. However, one thing I want to mention real quick that was exciting about Halo 4 was the smart glass integration.
Yes.
That was definitely the most exciting part. We didn't really get to see a whole lot of it,
but we know enough now.
But we know enough that it's
pretty
darn cool.
They didn't have to say a lot to mean a lot.
Right.
And they did just that. Now, I will say this. I was down there third or fourth row, depending on what time of day it was, because they kept adding chairs. It was ridiculous. And for me, one thing that draws me in about a game is its sound quality, the soundtrack, the sound effects. I, being an audio guy...
Really, Mr. Sound Man?
Crazy, right?
That's what gets you.
But, it sucks you in because it makes you more immersed into the game. It makes you feel like you're part of the game. So that was a huge thing for me, and I think they really walked away with this. They had the sound turned up super loud, and it's not something that relays when you watch it at home or away on a computer. The sound was almost deafening in there. They had it cranked to the max, and you could hear every nuance. There was rain falling in the background that didn't come through on the video. There were little tree leaves floating around that you heard rustling in the background. And they were coming out all these different speakers in the room. I was hooked, and they started with the Halo 4. You heard the guy yelling, guns shooting, and I'm like, yep, I have to go play this game now. At this volume, at home. I have to. There's no option about it. So I have to wait until November 6th for that, but that's okay.
Yeah, we can...
Holiday time. We can play it on our way to CES.
Of course, every E3, it's either going to be...
Holiday or next year summer.
Ambiguous 2013 launch date or a holiday that year.
Seems that way.
That's how it goes. But yeah...